filming this after everything else that's been filmed that you're about to see. But it's going to be at the beginning. Obviously, you can see it at the beginning. I was just looking at a gecko there. There's plenty of geckos running around walls here. It's beautiful. It's supposed to be lucky to have geckos, apparently, because they eat the insects. They're lovely. You might jump when you see one, but you're used to it. Yeah, I've got this heart on here, by the way, like you'll see later on, because I got sorted into different queues, so I know where I was going. So I can be guided to get on the ferry to come to Koh Phi Phi. PPP? PPP? Koh Phi Phi. So the background. Why am I here? And why am I doing this? Well, we all have our life history, don't we? I've got my life history. I've had the trials and tribulations. And I've never travelled properly, as in the 3 months that I'm doing in Thailand here. There's very little planning. After experiences, the highs, the lows, things I've got to let go of, recognising my internal traumas, my scripts, my roles and everything, and letting go of holding on to the ego and the ego dominating and so on, making friends with your ego. That's what's happening, and there's a huge transformative thing going on here with me. So, one thing has led to another, insert life history, which will take quite a few hours. I've been teaching on and off for 19 years. The past year and a half, I saved up, lived in my van, and I quit my job so that I could travel, just open myself to the expansiveness that is the universe, that is everyone, and let go and be free. We all want to be free, don't we? This is day 11. So a few days ago, about a week ago, I met somebody at Patong, which is a very, very touristy part of Phuket, where I started up. That person, her and her partner, along with their little son, called Kai, I remember his name, they've been doing a vlog for Thailand, for travelling. And I recognised her and I chatted to her for quite a while. And it was really nice, it was lovely. And she said, you need to do vlogs like this. Because I know somebody else a bit like you, who's a bit eccentric. I mean, am I eccentric? I mean, who knows? Identity, holding on to the concept of a static identity. It's an illusion, isn't it? That's the ego tries to dominate again anyway. So if you want to call me eccentric, that's absolutely fine. That's what I am, and your perception in this very moment, but there's so much more, tune into the expansive universe. So I've been told I could do this, and actually some other videos that I've done has caused a response from people saying, you must do more, I really enjoyed this video and that. So this is going to be a vlog of me doing things. I might not do it every day. In fact, this might be the last bit that I do today. I'm going to add a bit to go on to the end and, to conclude things. But that's, that's it. I'm going to wander off onto into Koh Phi Phi today, or rather Phi Phi Don to be more specific, and perhaps near Tonsai Pier up here, and just see what's available. So I hope you enjoy the videos, and remember, just click subscribe, ding ding, and you'll get something up from me. I think I'm down as Robert John Jones, but I'm Rob. Just call me Rob. Okay, my mum calls me Robert when she's got something very stern to say to me. Robert. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Well, here I am, another day in the land of the smiles, covered up by face masks most of the time. They're not. Oh, somebody's stopping there for some reason. I wonder why they're stopping. Yeah, they're stopping to speak to me. Don't know. Okay, I think I need to explain what happened there. So I was walking along an area in Phuket where Farangs aren't generally seen. Farang is an outsider, usually of my skin colour, but not necessarily. They often don't mean it as an insult. Sometimes they do, but normally they don't, actually. And I was warned about this. That a police car slowed down, stopped, and looked at me for quite a while. And I thought, oh, hang on here. Maybe what's going to happen is, what somebody warned me about is that they may stop and ask me why I'm not wearing my face mask. I was actually having a drink. Or they might ask me for some documents. Or it has been known to happen. And the best way to respond to that is to show humility with this gesture, which is a Y, which gets you a long way in Thailand. That is actually steeped in subtle nuances, all relating to the hierarchical structure of society, elders, youngers, roles, and so on. I think a safe position is this, but how far you bow your head and so on, it can get quite complicated. But yes, they stopped there, they looked at me, they wondered what I was doing. I was merely filming myself in front of a cow. No, actually not a cow, it was a bull, they weren't udders. And I did turn around and I went like this. So, and I just walked on without a bribe. So, I was about to tell you what's happening later today. I'm going to go to Phi Phi Island, or Phi Phi Don, which is the main island of Koh Phi Phi. That's the name for all the islands put together. There are 3 main islands. The north one is called Bamboo Island. The southern one, I've forgotten the name of it. It will come back to me. You can go to Bamboo Island on a day trip and actually stay on the beach, but you can't on the southern island at the moment. It's still closed off. You know why, don't you? Something to do with COVID. So this is where I'm staying at the moment, and this is a bit off the beaten track, despite Phuket being a touristy place. And I think I may be the only guest, maybe 2 or 3 guests here, and there's plenty of little bungalows. My bungalow is quite small, and there's ants in it, and I should have thrown my rubbish away in my bag, because I just opened my bag today, and they were drinking the sweet nectar of strawberry Fanta. So yeah, it's got air conditioning, which makes a huge difference. I think at one point I went outside to warm up, because it's always incredibly warm, well above room temperature outside all the time here. And tomorrow the weather is predicted to be rainy, but the temperature's still about 30-31 degrees. So I'll see you next when I'm on the ferry to Koh Phi Phi, and I'll tell you some more details about that. So here I am at Rasada Pier. It's the main pier in Phuket where the ferries depart from. It's possible to get a ferry which takes 2 hours to Koh Phi Phi for about £10. But I paid £20 because I got a pickup from my hotel, and also a ticket on my phone. And the person that picked me up gave me a lot of guidance as to where to go and what to do, rather than me coming in here all blind. So maybe it is worthwhile doing that if you're a bit confused, really. Speedboat is about twice the price, and it's about half the time. But really, what does it matter? An extra hour. The £10 is the standard class. You get a bit more, but I can't see what the point of that is, really. So yeah, I went down to the bottom. There was guys down to the bottom for my ferry, specific ferry, and they're fond of their stickers here. They stick stickers on you so they can sort you, especially when you're a Farang and you can't really speak any sort of Thai apart from say thank you and putting your hands in the Y position. So yeah, I got a heart here so I can filter it into the correct place. Well, here I am with my anachronistic self-esteem. incredibly conspicuous, but I think everyone can handle it. This is what it looks like when you get standard class on the ferry to Phi Phi. So there's loads of space, and it's air conditioned. You pay a lot more for first class. First class is just back there. Of course, no one's got it. There's no point. There's plenty of space. So things to eat, as ever, a little bit like travel in the UK. It's a bit more expensive here. And as a vegan, all there is for me to eat is some plain crisps. That's a lot, but you know, I'm not complaining. So get 2 hours on this. I think we can go outside. There are a couple of floors and lots of space to move about, but that's probably because in these times there are fewer tourists. Perhaps a couple of years ago this would have been packed. Just us arriving into Tonsei Pier, where I've got to pay a tax of about 20 baht, which is about 50p, which is alright, I think, to keep the island clean. And I've met plenty of people here, and I just approached this Alexandra from Poland and Julia from Italy, who met quite a few years ago on an exchange, and I offered to take a photo of them, and so that's how you make friends with people. So this is Alexandra from Poland, and this is Giulio from Italy.
Yeah,
that's right. Okay, and they're just being extremely romantic. I think they're in love. They say, "Look at that, beautiful, isn't it?" Me, however, I'm in love with myself, but not in a narcissistic way. I mean, you know, look at me. Look, I'm in love. I made it to Phi Phi Don. There weren't any sort of checkpoints. The only thing I had to do was pay 20 baht, which is less than 50p, to ensure they keep the island clean. So, you know, it's utterly stunning. It's paradise. There's a harbour, and it looks like it's a lot busier when I've just had a look inside the streets than it was a few weeks ago, as far as the internet told me. The thing that is darkly amusing is that the most prominent, as soon as you arrive on Tonsei Pier, is this. You recognise it? Yeah, Burger King. Burger King everywhere. Just behind there's a McDonald's, but it seems to have closed down because obviously it wasn't profitable for too long. So I haven't booked a hotel or a hostel. I'm alright just to sit here for a moment because they're cheap enough and there's plenty of them going, as it turns out. So I just need to take in the vibes. This is me walking down the streets, which once were a lot more busy. These are the further back streets. I wonder what that was like about 2 years ago. I'm walking to my hotel, which is called Harmony House, and I decided to pay £9 a night for a room that doesn't have air conditioning. It's just a fan.
Turn right.
So let's see how I can cope with it. Perhaps if I just sleep naked on top of the sheets, I'll be alright. We'll see how it gets on. I'll get on. Now, I've checked into my room. This is what you can get for 405 baht a night, which is £9 sterling. I've decided to go for a fan as opposed to air conditioning, and we'll see how we cope. So, you know, as ever, there's a TV in the room, like it's a boon, but people hardly ever use them. I haven't switched one on yet. I mean, I don't really see the point. I've actually got a Kindle and we've got a phone. But this is chintzy, I suppose. There's a picture there, but I'm not sure if it. I guess it is a depiction of the Buddha. It's not one that I've ever seen before. It's got a fridge. It's got a picture of James Bond Island, that rock there. That's the man with the golden gun. And it's got a vanity table. It's got a. Is it a room with a view? Well, I thought this. Let's open this. I thought that this door was open, but it was just glass. It's a bit of a view. It's all right. It's not bad. It's an adequate balcony, and yeah. And this is the first time I've got covers that aren't pure white. This is for £9. And what's behind this? It is a window, but there's actually nothing really there. Is that a walkway to go out to the balcony? I don't know. And this is the bathroom. It's a lovely pink colour, and I feel like I've gone back in time. But everything is functional for £9, and it comes with water in the fridge, and it comes with Wi-Fi. So that was it. It's not yet 6 o'clock. It's just after 6 that the sun goes down. So I'm going to go to the beach, find the right perspective for the sunset. Because Koh Phi Phi or Phi Phi Don is an unusual shape. How would you describe it? It's a bit of a dumbbell shape. It's very narrow in the middle. So it's very quick to walk from the north part of this narrow part that's populated to the south part and vice versa, obviously. But I believe it's the south part that you're more likely to get sunset. Of course, sunset's in the west, doesn't it? So that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'll check in tomorrow, let's see.